Hello there. Welcome to another exciting episode of our digital and telecom program, Telecom Weekly. I'm Lillian Chidi. As you may be aware, Telecom Weekly is an initiative of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, Africa's biggest telecom regulatory body, designed to inform, educate and enlighten you on the trends, issues and development driving innovation and creativity in the digital world. At NCC, we connect you to the world. On our lineup for this week, President Muhammadu Buhari commissions National Shared Service Center. Telecoms policy stakeholders commend federal government on industry growth. Also, in this episode, NCC EVC barks exemplary leadership award. Plus, NCC renews MOU with Law 3 Commission. With this lineup, you will agree with me that this episode has all it takes to keep you apprised. Please stay tuned. On NCC Telecom Weekly, we bring you innovations, trends, policies and stakeholders, redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here, you'll see the actors, policymakers and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. Join us every Friday, 5 p.m. on NTN Network and on radio, FRCN Network on Fridays, 8 p.m. NCC, Connecting Nigeria. Welcome back. The National Shared Service Center has been commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari. The President performed the ceremony in Abuja. For details, here is the report. As part of deliberate efforts by the current administration to the development of a robust digital economy policy implementation, President Muhammadu Buhari has commissioned the National Shared Services Center in Abuja, the nation's capital. The center, which houses Cybersecurity Operations Center, Network Center and Call Center, is a one-stop shop for ministries, departments and agencies of the government to interface with Nigerians. President Buhari reiterated the administration's commitment to developing an unparalleled digital economy enhanced by a sound ICT sector. Mr. President emphasized the administration's commitment to combat cybercrime issues in the country, adding that about 400 ministries, departments and agencies are already connected to the National Shared Services Center.
Administration commitment, promoting data promotion and privacy is receiving praise across the world, and we have increased our digital identity enrollments from 39 million in October 2020 to about 92 million today. The massive increase of about 63 million in about 2 years is a global success story and has led to several requests for partnership from countries within and outside Africa.
The Chief Host and Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, re-echoed the federal government's commitment to the development of Nigeria's digital economy due to its significance to the national economy. With an impressive figure of 18.44% posted by Nigeria's ICT sectorial contribution by second quarter of 2022, GDP was close to 3 times by 6.33% oil sector contribution in the same quarter.
If you look at the project itself, there are 2 twin buildings. And what is most important, not only the building, but rather the facilities inside the building. And I want to confirm His Excellency, Mr. President, that this building has been constructed. More than 99% is through internally generated revenue.
Managing Director Galaxy Backbone, Professor Abubakar Muhammad, gives insight into the significance of the infrastructure provided by the National Shared Services Center, as well as the services that it provides for swift, secure and seamless engagement for the citizens.
The National Shared Service Center is NSSC, which is now Muhammadu Buhari Galaxy Backbone Headquarters, that was unveiled just recently is a significant milestone in our drive as a country and government toward taking our place in the fast-changing world of the fourth industrial revolution.
Some key stakeholders who gave their goodwill messages at the event include the Executive Vice Chairman of the NCC, Professor Garba Umar Dambuta, who says it's noteworthy that the digital economy sector has excelled in generating revenue for the government, adding that the National Shared Service Center, Abuja, serves as a boost.
When this government assumed DGI Excellency under your leadership in 2015, broadband penetration stood at over 5%. Broadband penetration is now 45.5%. So, broadband infrastructure is normally driven by fiber cables. The number of fiber cables way back in 2015, the total length was at least under 50,000 kilometers. Fiber has grown to more than 60,000 kilometers. I can go on and on and cite, in addition to the enabling policies and institutions, the way and manner, Your Excellency, your various policies have positively impacted on communities and society.
To ensure that the digital economy sector remains successful and in order to reduce the burden on citizens, the National Shared Service Center, Abuja, is seen as Nigeria's state-of-the-art asset that requires the collaborative partnership of everyone. You can also be part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms showing on your screen. For inquiries on this program, you can send us a mail at telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng, or better still, for further details about the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. If you have just joined us, this is Telecom Weekly, where we discuss all about ICT and telecommunication. Now, to the quiz segment. Here are the questions. 1. What is the NCC National Emergency Toll-Free Number? 2. What is the meaning of ECC? Do send your answers to Telecom Weekly at ncc.gov.ng to win a prize. Please indicate the location and state you are reaching us from. Note that by participating, you have given us consent to announce your name on the program if you are a lucky winner. Good luck. Our next story is from the 10th National Council on Communications and Digital Economy, which took place at Nigeria's premier university, University of Ibadan. There, stakeholders deliberated on the way forward on digital economy policies to drive innovations in Nigeria. The federal government has been commended by stakeholders in the telecommunications sector for its commitment to providing leadership and guidance for industry growth. The commendation came from a cross-section of participants at the 10th edition of the National Council on Communications and Digital Economy held at the University of Ibadan, Oyo State. In his keynote address, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantame, listed about 20 policies aimed at promoting different areas of the digital economy, including the flagship National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy 2020 to 2030 and the Nigerian National Broadband Plan 2020 to 2025, all of which have started to yield concrete, positive results for the economy.
We have developed many national policies. The total number of policies we have developed in the last 3 years are unprecedented in Nigeria by any other sector, not only ICT or digital economy sector. And these policies are not only kept aside, but they are all being implemented. All these policies are available. and they have provided many opportunities to leverage on and build our digital innovation on one hand and digital entrepreneurship on the other. In addition to establishing many centers, from August 2019 to date, we have started and completed the establishment of over 2,200 ICT centers and programs in Nigeria. Including here in University of Ibadan, we have an ongoing project of constructing National Digital Park, which will cost around 1.2 billion naira, being coordinated by the Nigeria Communications Commission. In addition to the provision of unlimited broadband to the students and staff of Federal College of Education Special Oyo here in Oyo State. These are only few examples. And these projects are in each and every state of the Federation.
The Minister announced that 110 memoranda and recommendations were presented to the Council. Of these, 67 were approved for Council implementation, while the remaining 43 recommendations will be reconsidered in the next meeting of the Council. The Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Dambata, particularly applauded the federal government's vision for the sector. He emphasized the centrality of digital innovation and digital entrepreneurship to a robust digital economy.
We are gathering today in order to also take a look at the status of broadband infrastructure in the entire country. And all of us, our communications and digital economy has taken the giant step of empowering tertiary institutions in our various zones in order to set the pace of this very, very ambitious project of the federal government under the able leadership of our President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, under the able leadership of our Honorable Minister, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. I think the very, very giant step we have taken in order to ensure deployment of broadband infrastructure, not only in our cities but in our markets, airports, and other places where Nigerians will be able to benefit from cutting-edge services that will empower them as citizens of the country and empower businesses, communities and societies.
In his goodwill message, Dambata praised the minister for his impeccable supervisory role as a leader of the sector. Amplifying the voice of Dambata, all the heads of agencies equally gave thumbs up to the federal government for being revolutionary in terms of commitment to the utilization of digital resources for the growth of individuals, businesses, and the national economy through the design of policies to achieve concrete, measurable, and remarkable deployment of cutting-edge technological applications. The minister commended the participants for the quality of evaluation, recommendations and criticisms that attended the memoranda presented by the Council. The full participation of the NCC at the 10th edition of the National Council on Communications and Digital Economy and other key contributions at several technical sessions. Without doubt, is a further reinstatement of her commitment to supporting all policies, strategies, plans and initiatives that promotes the provision of modern, universal, efficient, reliable, affordable and easily accessible communication services throughout Nigeria. In a related development, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, in company of the Executive Vice Chairman of the NCC, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, amongst other dignitaries, paid a courtesy visit to the Olubadan of Ibadan land as a mark of honor. Glad to know you're still there on our program, Telecom Weekly. Still to come, it is a season of recognition and awards for the Nigerian Communications Commission as the Executive Vice Chairman, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, bags Exemplary Leadership Award in Public Service. That will be after the short break. Please don't go away.
In keeping with our core values of innovation and excellence, we are expanding the frontiers of our social media platforms by launching a podcast. NCC Global Connect. Our podcast offers you a whole new experience on our social media engagements. To stay up to date with our regulatory initiatives, kindly visit our website www.ncc.gov.ng. Click on Media Center and scroll to the podcast channel icon to enable you experience the pool of regulatory information. NCC Global Connect podcast is available on multiple directories, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, and so many others. NCC, connecting Nigeria.
It's always our pleasure to have you tuned to the program. One of the long-standing media players in the communications industry in Nigeria, News Direct, has presented the EVC of NCC, Professor Dambata, with an award in recognition of the excellent way he has been piloting the telecom industry in Nigeria. Details in this story.
The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Professor Umar Garba Dambata, has been decorated with an award of exemplary leadership in public service. The award was conferred on Dambata at the 12th anniversary lecture and award of Nigerian News Direct, one of the long-standing media players in the Nigerian communications industry, at the Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Dambata, who was represented by the Director of Public Affairs, Ruben Morka, said it was gratifying to have been considered worthy for the award in recognition of the initiative deployed by the Commission in carrying out its statutory mandate. The EVC stated that the theme, good governance, private and public sectors' roles in raising revenue, growth and positive turnaround of Nigerian economy, provides a veritable opportunity for all stakeholders to seek better ways of advancing the cause of good governance both in public office and in the private sector of the Nigerian economy. Dambata thanked the organizers of the program for the award and acknowledged that it was a call for more work to be done to push the frontiers of good governance that ensures national development and growth, and economic growth. While presenting the award, the publisher and editor-in-chief of Nigerian News Direct, Dr. Samuel Ibiyemi, said Dambata was eminently qualified and deserving of the prestigious recognition on the strength of the huge role he has played in the attainment and surpassing of Nigeria's national broadband target of 30% in 2018, and that he is currently among those leading the charge for the realization of the new national broadband penetration target of 70% by 2025. Dr. Ibiyemi added that it was easy for the board and management of his organization to agree that through an effective regulatory regime and various cutting-edge initiatives, Dambata has stabilized the telecom industry and strengthened the telecommunications sector as a major contributor to the country's gross domestic product, GDP growth, and boosted telecommunications investment inflows from $36 billion to over $70 billion between 2015 till date. Other eminent Nigerians who were conferred with various categories of awards at the event include the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Dapo Abiodun, Governor of Ogun State, among others.
Welcome back. Concerned with illegalities in the lottery industry, the Nigerian Communications Commission and the National Lottery Regulatory Commission are now in partnership towards sanitizing the industry. Towards this end, the DOE has renewed its Memorandum of Understanding MOU for the greater good of the Nigerian consumers and effectiveness.
The Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has signed a revised Memorandum of Understanding with the National Lottery Regulatory Commission (NLRC), with provisions to detail unapproved lottery and gaming practices on telecommunications platforms through information and intelligence sharing. Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Professor Umar Dambata, noted that the MOU will impact the gaming industry as the objective was in consonance with the Commission's strategic vision plan and in the bid to promote fair practices in the industry for the protection of telecommunications consumers in relation to lottery and gaming activities.
From our part, the signing of this MOU is a demonstration of an important item in our strategic vision implementation plan. Okay. Specifically, last item that says we should facilitate or encourage or promote regulatory excellence and strategic partnership.
He said the collaboration is in line with the provision of the Commission's Strategic Vision Implementation Plan (SVP) 2021 to 2025, which provides for facilitation of strategic partnership and collaboration with other bodies to enhance service delivery. The Executive Vice Chairman further recalls that the previous MOU in 2022 was revisited upon its expiration, and amendments have been made since. No MOU is cast in stone, especially given the industry's dynamic nature.
Documenting in very clear terms our achievements. Okay, and then stood out very, very clearly the milestone we attained in achieving the broadband penetration target of 30% by the year 2018. We are gradually, let's say I'm very pleased to say this, moving to attain the target set, that is the broadband penetration target of 70%. By the year 2025, and we're already at 47% as I speak.
The Director General of National Lottery Regulatory Commission, Lanre Gbajabiamila, expressed confidence that the MOU will yield favorable outcomes in curbing illegal online gambling, as he expressed hope that NCC and NLRC will achieve their intentions in the interest of gaming stakeholders. Earlier in his remarks, the Executive Commissioner Stakeholder Management, Barrister Adeleke Adewolu, disclosed that the MOU was designed to address recent technology information sharing capabilities and consumer satisfaction, and to enhance areas of co-regulation in line with the federal government's digital economy mandate. The new MOU provides complementary approaches to deter unapproved lottery and gaming practices on telecommunications platforms through information and intelligence sharing in recognition of how unapproved lottery and gaming activities and practices undermine the integrity of domestic and global gaming markets to the detriment of stakeholders, in addition to undermining consumer confidence in these markets. Under the agreements, following requests from NLRC, NCC shall endeavor to block or disable illegal lottery gaming operators on the telecommunications service providers platform in Nigeria. The document was developed by a joint implementation committee comprising representatives of NCC and NLRC to implement the MOU and other matters that promote collaboration between both organizations.
As we've come to the end of the program, we again bring you our running quiz for the week. 1. What is the NCC National Emergency Toll-Free Number? 2. What is the meaning of ECC? Do send your answers to Telecom Weekly at ncc.gov.ng to win a prize. Please indicate the location and state you are reaching us from. Note, by participating, you have given us consent to announce your name on the program. If you're a lucky winner, good luck. This is where we call it today on this week's edition of Telecom Weekly. Keep a date with us next week, same time, same station. Till then, don't forget, for further details on the program and all the information about the Commission, please visit the NCC website on www.ncc.gov.ng. Telecom Weekly is powered by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, your partner to a connected Nigeria. Until we come your way again next week, I am Lillian Chidi. Bye for now.